Today's Chat with the Experts is brought to you by Angie's List on 93 WIBC.
Welcome back to Chat with the Experts. We just had Chris Cunningham of Service Plus Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing here on the show to talk with us about home heating and a whole lot more. He also chimed in on plumbing and sewer lines. It was a really great chat. But now it's time for us to take a turn to our Writer's Block segment, where we're going to discuss how to handle plumbing and pipes when it comes to your remodeling project. And here to discuss it with us today is one of our favorite guests. It's Paul Pogue, a veteran writer here in Indianapolis, who's been a reporter for Angie's List since 2006. He graduated from Ball State with a journalism degree and loves writing about licensing matters, scams, and how to sort through the hiring process. And he recently wrote a really great article about locating plumbing pipes before your bathroom remodel. Paul, welcome back to Chat with the Experts.
I'm always happy to be here, Kyle.
Well, it's finally out. The wait is over. We're going to talk about plumbing in just a moment, but first we have to address some very serious business. Give us your quick review of the new Star Wars movie.
Well, I may be the second to last person in the world to have actually seen it since I just saw it last weekend, but, it was fantastic. I mean, I didn't realize how much I'd missed the Millennium Falcon until I actually saw it again.
Yeah.
And I loved all the new characters, and we will be buying tons of toys from it, to which I have to say, Disney, by the way, where is Rey? She's the lead character of the movie, and she is barely out there on the I
Interesting.
You make Rey toys, and I will buy them.
Yeah, you heard it here first, toy makers. Paul's got a bone to pick. I was excited to hear Paul's a huge Star Wars fan, and I feel like we've been talking about it for months each time we have you on leading up, and now that it's finally here, it's got to be a great feeling to finally have seen it.
It was like seeing old friends again. It really got the feeling.
Well, give us some background on the article we're talking about today. Plumbing pipes during the bathroom remodel, where to locate them, how to handle it. Why is it so important to address this topic when it comes to plumbing pipes in the bathroom?
Well, kitchen and bathroom remodels are two of the most common and biggest home remodeling projects out there. And it's kind of surprising and almost counterintuitive, but we have found that homeowners don't often put a lot of priority on the actual plumbing side of a bathroom remodel before, during, or after a job.
Yeah.
And that can lead to a lot of unpleasant surprises and expense midway through.
Yeah, no question about it. So to get us started, what's the first step that you should take when you're tackling a bathroom remodel to ensure that the entire process is going to go smoothly?
I think the most important thing you need is you want a general contractor to oversee the project. Bathroom remodel involves more moving parts than almost any other single room remodel. Plumbing, drywall, ventilation, electricity, you have a lot of different specialties converging all in one relatively small space. A GC will make sure the job runs smoothly, and they maintain the necessary relationships with subcontractors to ensure fair prices and quality work.
Yeah, and so obviously we know we want to hire a reputable contractor to handle the remodel, but from the article it sounds like it's really wise to involve a plumber right from the get-go.
Absolutely. I mean, even things like basic things like installing a new shower or a toilet are going to need a professional opinion up front. Because once again, there are so many different factors that go into bathroom plumbing. You change one thing, you're changing everything. You're changing the required capacity your bathroom is going to need, and you can need someone who can accurately calculate whether your water system can deliver the necessary pressure or what steps they're going to need to take to boost the pressure and capacity. Plumbing fixtures have changed a whole lot in the last 10 years, and a new shower head is going to have different needs than something from 10 years ago. Plus, you're talking about putting in a lot of heavy new fixtures and potentially new drains, and you might have floor joists or structural limitations that will keep you from putting in a new toilet in a new spot, no matter how much you want it there.
Right.
Or it might just involve a whole lot of very expensive restructuring.
So I've done the work beforehand to make sure I'm hiring a reputable contractor. Should I trust them to handle that part of the job to hire the plumber, or should I be involved in that process to ensure that they're getting the right person in?
Well, when you have a GC on a job, you should always be working closely with them to make sure they've got the right people. A lot of times they have their own plumbers that they've been working with, and that's great. So you want to make sure they have someone on staff. But before you ever hire a GC, if you're going to do a major remodel, you want to have a plumber you trust take a look at things and listen to some of your plans so they can tell you what you should expect.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the details involved in all this. Does the age of the pipes matter when you're thinking about this sort of project?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, different pipes from different eras have different requirements. If you have older galvanized pipes from before the 70s, for instance, they're going to be there's a good chance they'll have been rusting or worn out, and you're going to want to replace them with something like modern plastic. And there are various different other materials over the years that have their own challenges. So you're going to you never know what changes you might have to make, and you might have to replumb the entire area that you didn't know about.
So what sort of local codes and regulations should I be aware of during all this, and why is that a key element during this process?
Well, it's a very good question, and one that I can't answer right now, but you need to answer yourself when you're getting the work done, because there are 1,000,001 different things that can trigger a code requirement. You know, city, state, local, county, all these different areas have different codes, and your code might change if you cross the street. So what you want to do is that you want to have that local plumber who's familiar with the codes take a look at things and tell you, you know, hey, is an inspector going to need to look at your water meter when this is halfway through, and what are they going to look for, and what might they be red flagging?
Yeah, it's vitally important to talk through all that with your contractor and make sure that everybody has a good understanding of those codes and regulations. Again, you want to trust that the contractor does, but also do the homework on your own to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and thinking about remodeling projects, you know, a bathroom remodel, I'm thinking about the vanity I'm going to have put in, or the new tub, or the tile on the floor. I'm not necessarily thinking about the stuff behind the walls and under the flooring. So in thinking about these pipes and how it's going to factor into this, how does that play into the actual budget as I'm thinking about the remodel?
Well, that's really simple, actually. No matter how much you think it is, it will probably cost more. Every plumber I've talked to about major remodels says, you know, no matter how many times they tell people, sticker shock is always a massive issue going into these things, because as you say, people, they know what they're going to spend on that bathtub. They know what that toilet's going to be. They know what the vanity and the cabinets are going to cost, but replumbing an area, putting the new drain in for a toilet, or maybe repairing an existing drain that you found out had some wear on it that makes it impossible to put a new one on, all those things can stack up really fast. In a lot of ways, plumbing is a blind alley. I mean, plumbers know what they're doing, but, you know, when there are lots of things when it comes to major jobs that you don't know what's going to happen until you break open the wall and get a look at it.
Yeah, you just really don't know what you're getting into until you can actually see it and see if there's issues there. So it's vital to plan ahead and thinking about your budget for any type of problem that might arise in that area. And we shouldn't talk about this without bringing this up, because, Paul, this is something that's been a huge part of your reporting at Angie's List. This is kind of what everything always seems to boil back down to. But I wanted to get your expert advice on hiring an HVAC professional. We've been talking about all that today, and you know, we haven't really touched on what you should be looking for when it's time to make the call to have somebody come out and do the work.
Well, certainly finding out their certifications is important. You know, different systems have different requirements for certifications, and you want to ask, you know, what those are, and sort of verify them. Basic level, you want to make sure they're familiar with your type of system, and ask what kind of brands they specialize in. Many HVAC companies work with a very few specific brands, and you'll want someone who is an expert in your particular manufacturer's kind of work. And if you have a specialized system, maybe a geothermal, for instance, you want to make sure that they have experience with that. And this part, we say this all the time, but it is worth repeating. Make sure they're licensed, bonded, and insured. You want to be aware of the local licensing requirements before you hire them, and then verify that they have the license. One thing I've found is that homeowners are sometimes a little fearful of being sufficiently assertive about these things. You know, the word maybe, you know, someone will be insulted by wanting to double check all these things, and I assure you that is not the case. You know, asking for references, asking for a license, getting multiple estimates. No reputable contractor is going to be upset or insulted by you doing this. And many of them, in fact, are very proud of their certification, of their licensing, you know, because they resent the unlicensed shoddy workmanship, you know, that's being done by contractors who are doing it on the cheap, and they're very proud to be doing it correctly. So they're happy that people are checking out these things. And if someone tells you it's not a big deal to have a license, or to get multiple estimates, or to get references, that is a real big red flag that you might want to rethink that hire. Yeah, no question about it. They're used to these kind of questions, and if you're asking them, it tells them that you're a smart homeowner, you know what you're getting into, and it's very likely you could end up becoming a repeat customer. So they definitely like hearing those questions as they're working with potential customers. Paul, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the show today and getting us to know. All right. You can check out Paul's articles and a whole lot more by going to angieslist.com. And from there, you can get reviews and information on service providers in your area. If you join today, be sure to use the promo code WIBC40. You're going to get 40% off an annual membership. It's under $10 for the whole year. So check it out. Promo code WIBC40. Go to angieslist.com.
Another big thank you to Chris Cunningham of Service Plus Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for his input today. As always, if you missed anything, you can catch up on our show by downloading our podcast from iTunes. Just search Chat with the Experts. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. This has been Chat with the Experts, brought to you by Angie's List. I'm Kyle Hawk, and we'll catch you next time.
More than 2 million members use the power of Angie's List to find and hire great local service providers. Whether you need a plumber or a pet sitter, Angie's List has you covered. See ratings and reviews in hundreds of categories, shop popular offers, and request scheduling assistance directly online. Membership start at just $9.99 per year. That's less than $1 a month. Join now and get 40% off with promo code WIBC40. Visit angieslist.com today.